Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Beer Ale Guide. Today's beer is a bottle of beer from Marstons and it's their Old Empire IPA, 5.7% ABV. Now I'm doing this today, to show you the cap. Marstons are an official sponsor. I think it's England Cricket, if it'll focus. I'll just carry on talking. I'm doing this today for a reason. That is official beer of England. I'm doing this beer today because Mrs. Real Ale Guide, I opened up a pub with a newspaper back in February called the Cherry Orchard. Some of you might remember. It's a Marstons pub. Here you go. And we opened the pub and we reviewed some beer up there and it was quite good. I got the video up on YouTube. Check out Real Ale Guide Opens a Pub if you like in YouTube. But this morning we were the local Marstons pub. God, wow, look at that. Really raging. Wow. And that is in a Marstons glass. So I know some of you might say there's all etching on the bottom of the glass causing the beer to rage. But I thought I'd use the Marstons pedigree glass. Anyway, Mrs. Real Ale Guide this morning got invited up to this Marstons pub, the Cherry Orchard, to review some beer. So we went up, we've just come back now. And this is really a bit of a thank you to Marstons for the kind invite. It's not a bottle conditioned beer, and if I can be perfectly honest, I think it's been a little bit affected. It's been affected a little bit by light strike, this beer. Unfortunately, I can smells a little bit skunky, but what I found in the past, that it might be just the initial where you rip the cap off the beer. It might be just the initial pressure of the gas and then getting into the glass. So the best thing we could do is get the aroma and see what's going on here. But it's still very carbonated. Now that doesn't smell too bad. I think it was the initial, when you took the cap off, it gave you that initial skunkiness that might have been there. Just gonna have to get into this one. Never had cream on the old moustache before. Oh, wow, that is properly bitter. That is properly bitter, but I tell you what I did like about the first taste, and I don't know if it was something to do with the head here, but it was quite a creamy mouthfeel for a beer that was 5.7% ABV. Quite nice. A true IPA with a strong hop aroma and flavour, a rich malty bitter taste, and is pale in colour. India Pale Ale. Okay, I'm just reading this out so the head can pass down a little bit. I want to be able to get some more of them flavours. Marstons Old Empire is a true India Pale Ale. It has a strong hop aroma and flavour, a rich malty bitter taste, and is pale in colour. During the 19th century, Burton became famous for brewing the best beer for export to India. Sparkling spring water, a robust strain of yeast, high levels of hops and maturation in oak casks all ensured that the beer survived the 3-month-long sea journey to India. The result was a beer with a tangy, clean bitterness and wonderfully refreshing character. www.marstonsdon'tcompromise.com. I think they might have compromised a little bit by putting in clear glass, which is a bit of a shame. Right, back to the beer. I don't think I give it. It was a big 2-finger head. It's, as they say, pale bronze copper in colour. Looks like a pale ale. Then that carbonation level is coming down now. Let's see if we can get more of the taste in here. Let's see if we can release some of them aromas. Now a lot of that, I'd say 99% of that initial skunk has gone. It's completely gone. This is an English pale ale. English IPA, English pale ale. There's hints of citrus. There's hints of bit of pine, lemon, maybe a bit of peach in there. But the overwhelming taste is a sweet malt. It's a classic, I seem to be saying it a lot lately, but it's a classic bittersweet taste going on with this drink. I just wish that, as I say, the beer itself now, drinking it now, it's got a nice mouthfeel, there's some nice flavours, nice taste, but that initial cap coming off and pouring it and getting that initial skunk, it didn't really need to be there. It didn't really need to be there. If the beer was in a brown bottle, that would probably take so much of that away. What happens if you're a new viewer, a beer, I mean, I've kept this in the cupboard. This was sent by Marstons. I've kept it in the cupboard out of sunlight. The sunlight causes a natural reaction with the hop. It penetrates the clear glass and it affects the hop. It causes, it's very, very scientific, but it causes some kind of reaction and it gives it that, the hop doesn't taste like it did. It kind of sends it in a weird frenzy and it tastes completely different from what it's meant to taste like. Which is a real shame. And that can happen in the space of 20 minutes, believe it or not. That can happen in 20 minutes. Time for the rating. All in all, first of all, Marstons is right in the middle of England. Right in the middle. It's around Birmingham way. And years ago, they had a lot of canal channels dug all the way from the north, from the south, and Birmingham was a massive exporter of goods all around the world. They used to canal all the way down to the Severn Estuary and out to India, like you say, all over the world. So they really wanted to take their beer with them. So this beer, as they say, Old Empire, it really is true to its name. Really is true to its name. I like the beer. I'm going to give it 2 ratings. 2 ratings. I would give this beer an 8 if I didn't have that initial skunky smell that I got from it. And the first couple of mouthfuls, it was skunked. I found this a lot, mind, that the beer does release, it goes. Somehow it kind of disappears from the beer. But for that initial, I was going to give it an 8, but for that initial skunkiness, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. If you're watching Marstons, please consider putting it in a nice brown bottle. Keep the hops fresh. It's too good a beer to be put in clear glass in my mind. So 7 out of 10 for Marstons Old Empire. realaleguide@googlemail.com if you want to email me. Twitter is twitter.com/realaletoday. Facebook is facebook.com/realalecraftbeer. But first of all, come to YouTube. Comment. I love your comments. I'll always answer. Subscribe if you like. And cheers.